So we have created this DBMS project based on React and Spring Boot. Uh, so people want to be able to search and discover new restaurants in their area and see reviews for other customers before visiting, all in a centralized place. After finding a restaurant, people should be able to create reservations at that restaurant. Customers who have good or bad experiences at local restaurants want to be able to share their experiences with future patrons of those business. So we have created the Zelp web application which will offer all-in-one solution to customers' restaurant discovery needs. It will offer the ability for users to speak for and discover restaurants, view restaurant detail, view reviews from other Zelp users, make reservations, rate restaurants that they have visited. For restaurant owner, it is easier to list their restaurants, their businesses on Zelp, hire a reservation manager to handle the Zelp reservations and choose featured reviews to be displayed on their page. Verified users can provide more details, reliable reviews for restaurants. There are four different type of users in the Zelp. The first one is patron. Patrons can basically log in, search for places, and rate a place, rate a restaurant that is on Zelp. The second type of user is the verified reviewer. The verified reviewer can search for a place and write a review for that place. A review is basically a text review with a rating. Um, and then the third type of user is the restaurant owner. Restaurant owner can list their places with providing basic information about the restaurants. Restaurant owner can also select a reservation manager. The fourth type of the user is a reservation manager. Reservation manager basically manages the reservations. Patron can request a reservation for the restaurant, and the reservation manager sees that reservation request, and then he can accept or cancel it. We have like a patron who is a normal user who just browse through stuff, who can search for maybe some kind of a place in some city. And this is the anonymous user, so he can just search about places and then find details about it, glance over the reviews. This is what the anonymous user does. And then we have a type of user who's a patron. The patron can do the same kind of stuff that the anonymous user does, but additionally, he can go into the places and rate those places. And the ratings would show up here. And these are the reviews from the Yelp API. And all the users have a profile page uh, where we have pre-populated the ratings for Alice. So this is what Alice has rated, and Alice has also liked the owner Ed. Uh, Another type of a user is a reviewer. So the reviewer can write reviews about a place. So he would just search for a place and then write a review. And then the review of Bob is here in the reviews, and then he can delete or edit the review. He also has a profile where he has a followers, he has a following, and the reviews that he wrote. Charlie is a restaurant owner, so he can create the restaurant and list his restaurants with us. So he would just have to fill up this form and then just create the restaurant. And on his profile page, we can see all the restaurants that Charlie has. Now, there's another kind of a user called as reservation manager. So Charlie can basically select the reservation managers for him for his restaurant. And uh, Dan is a reservation manager. So um Dan has all the reservation requests here, and then all these are the pending requests. So basically, the reservation manager can either approve or cancel it. So if he chooses to approve it, the pending reservations are gone, but there's a reservation at Charlie's Pizza confirmed, and then he can basically edit and delete the reservations. We have an admin. Or maybe the admin is not created. We can just, to register to the system, we can just click on the registration. We can uh, register with the first name, the last name, all other fields are optional, and then you can select the user type. And now we have logged in as admin, so on the profile page, it's just the basic profile for the admin, and admin can do the user administration. You can see all the users, create new user, would go up here, and he can basically delete or add users from here. And then he can create restaurants if he wants, and all of his created restaurants would. So this is one of the created restaurants that the admin has, and all the created restaurants would come up here. For the stack, we have used React on the front end, and on the back end, we have used JPA. All of this is deployed on AWS. Our database hosting is in MySQL, that's also hosted on AWS.